Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it away. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it away.
Hey guys, how are we doing tonight? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome on in. Happy Friday to you. It is Friday. I know that. Oh man, I feel ya, baby girl. Like I feel like my allergies have been acting up. I've been going through boxes of tissues like my mother used to. Like she used to always use tissues. And I remember growing up as a kid or like even in my teen years, in my early 20s, I never had any allergies. Now here they are. Here they are. Welcome. They're like, you don't have them? We're gonna come invade your body. But welcome in everybody. If you are new to the channel, my name is Tanya or TitaniumBuilt. You can call me either or. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me tonight. I even feel like I sound a little congestion-y. I guess that's a word. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see everyone. I saw that Ladybug and Brandywine did something special. So Ladybug 999 super sticker. Thank you, Ladybug. I saw that when I was in the backstage. I about came on early and then all of a sudden the time was over. And I'm like, how did that happen? I literally was just watching the time, just making sure my tabs were in order. You know, here we are. At least I'm not muted. And Brandywine's been a member for 11 months. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You've been a member for a long time here. Man, thank you. That's almost a whole year. We have to get you guys some new emojis. I told Vincent today. Got to get them. Got to get those emojis for everyone. But welcome in, everybody. I seen that we have Ladybug in here. Okay, I know it's not Sierra, but I need you're going to tell me one more time because I'm trying to remember. Is it Kira? Kira? Did I say that right? I'm gonna write it down. So let me know because I'm literally gonna write it down. Hey, kitsy cats. so I don't forget. Hey, Dawn. I think I already said hi to you, but hello again. Hi, baby girl. It's good to see everybody. Oh, I did see. Yeah. That was a weird video. Like, I watched it I've only seen it like maybe 1.5 times. I haven't really watched it that much, but they zoom in on him and it almost looks like the camera's following him. Now, I'm sure that the guards have access to really good cameras that could follow somebody and could zoom in, but it's like, who would have those capabilities, right? Like, who would be in that little booth that works the video? And that's who leaked it, because they did say that it was leaked. But yeah, yeah, he was cleaning his shoes. That's what I would be doing though too. You know. Yeah, that's what Brian was saying. But he even said it was kind of weird too. Hey, Crime Kitty, I saw that you were staying with your dad. Maybe. Well, hopefully everything's okay. Oh well, that sounds like fun. Actually, that's a fun job. Just sitting, being like, make sure no one comes in here. I just got to make sure the building's secure. Well, I hope your dad's okay, Crime Kitty. He's doing good. Good. Hey, Naomi, welcome in. Welcome on in. Hey, Betsy. It's good to see everybody. I wasn't going to go through everyone's name, but I am now. Hey, Tracy. We'll just let some people kind of come in and we'll get started here in a minute. Hey, Tempest. I was going to cover Brian Koberger and Idaho 4 and document stuff tonight, but I figured we'll cover this because this is one of the other cases that we have on the channel, and we'll take a little breather. And then we'll go back to Idaho 4 tomorrow because I want to get some. I was going through the clips and like they're very out of order. They're really out of order. So like a lot of the clips that I went through tonight, like I was like, we don't need any of these. So then I was like, well, I'm going to do Austin Drummond. And so like 6 o'clock, it was 6 o'clock. I was like, I'm going to do Austin Drummond. Switched over, switched my mindset to this case, and I couldn't find his. I did find it, but I couldn't find his hearing that he just had like yesterday. And I could only find 8 minutes of it. And when I went to play it, you couldn't hear it at all. And I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. So I found a much better version. And I got the whole court hearing too. So, hey, Felicia. Hey, Tempest. I don't know if I said hey to you. Oh, yeah, you are. You're not green anymore. I just noticed that, Felicia. Oh, and I forgot to pin it to the top. I knew I was going to forget that. I'll paste this in there and I'll paste the other thing in there. Oh, I like the new intro song. I think it gets everybody ready, But some people don't like it on the replay. But I'm like, hey, you're replaying. Just, I'm always like, just fast forward. And if you guys, I need to start mentioning this on my lives. For some reason, Google and iPhone don't mix when it comes to memberships. So if you ever are trying to purchase a membership on this channel, go through your Safari app instead of, and then go through YouTube that way instead of going through the actual YouTube app. You would think that they'd have that figured out by now. Hey, Crystal, because it's like it's a big thing. So let me I'm going to post up some pictures of who we're going to be talking about. And I saw this one and I was like, oh gosh. This was his, I guess, his booking photo. He was booked into like the O'Brien County Jail. I think that's the name of it. I'm not good with names. I'm not good with names, but we're going to put some pictures up as I talk about the case and kind of where we're at. And then we're going to go through. I have some updates that are like, what? I have his court hearing. That's like, what did you just say? Like, I mean, some of the stuff that he asks and he talks about, and it gets you. And then also we're going to talk about who he tried to kill while he was in the penitentiary, because it wasn't just a normal everyday person, I guess you would say. So Austin Robert Drummond, he was born, this guy here, what a mess. He was born in 97 and he's 28 years old. He's from Tennessee and he has an extensive criminal history. And we'll go through some of that. But he first gained notoriety as a teenager when he was 16, and that would have been in July 2013. He robbed a Circle K convenience store in Jackson, Tennessee, by holding up a pistol and pointing it at the employee, Miss Burham, I believe her name was, and demanding cash from her. Wish I had a picture of him when he was younger. I have a picture of him when he was in jail. Convicted of aggravated robbery in 2014, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. While incarcerated, he pled guilty in 2015 to retaliation for past action after making threats against jurors and the robbery victim, Ms. Burham, adding 3 more years to his sentence. Man, this guy's just not. I wish criminals were just like a tiny bit smarter. Maybe actually I don't, because then they wouldn't get caught. But I mean, this guy is like seriously. When you look at him, that's what you want to say. Despite being labeled as a dangerous felony offender by prosecutors, he was released in September 2024 after serving 11 years, including pretrial time and credits. Post-release, he faced immediate drug charges and later an attempted murder charge stemming from a prison incident. So I'll tell you about that in just a moment as well. Actually, I'll tell you about it now, and then we'll watch the video. The person that he tried to kill was a prison guard. So it wasn't another prisoner. It was an actual prison guard. It's crazy to me. Actually, we'll put up, let me see, where's the picture that I wanted to put up? Oh, I must have put it. Oh man, I must have got rid of it on accident. Hold on one second, sorry. I wanted to put up this certain one. Okay, this one, because this one will, like, I feel like help everybody. I have oh, it's not very big, but that's okay. I have this actually on a Canva document. We can look at it as well, but this just gives you a layout of who is who. On July 29th of this year, a 7-month-old baby was found abandoned in a car seat in a front yard in Dyer County. Hours later, the bodies of 4 relatives were discovered in TitaniumBuilt, Lake County. We have James M. Wilson, 21, the baby's father; Adriana Williams, 20, the baby's mother; Courtney Rose, 38, the baby's grandmother; and Braden Williams, 15, the baby's teenage uncle. Investigators believe Drummond knew the victims personally, obviously, as he was in a romantic relationship with Caitlin Speed, the sister of Courtney Rose and aunt to Adriana and Braden. And then that was the picture we just had on the screen. There's a picture of her. So Caitlin is actually a former corrections officer at the Northwest Correctional Complex where Austin served time. They began dating. I don't know if it was while he was incarcerated, if there's proof of that, or if it was after he was incarcerated, but they were obviously together. And they're even more together now because she's pregnant. So following the murders, he did evade capture for a week, prompting a massive manhunt, and that included lockdowns at local schools and universities. He was allegedly aided by 3 associates, and that's these guys here. And one of them will be in court with him today. So these individuals that aided him was Tanika Brown in the middle, 29, De'Ara Sanders, 23, and Giovante Thomas, 29. They provided him with phones, shelter, clothes, and transportation. They all are facing charges of accessory after the fact to first-degree murder, with Brown also charged with tampering with evidence. But Drummond was arrested on August 5th, 2025 in a wooded area in Jackson, Tennessee after a citizen's tip. Love that for, him. Authorities recovered firearms, though their link to the murders is unclear. We're not sure if they are going to be linked to them or not yet. And if they, I mean, the officers will link them if they need to. And where am I? Here I am. Oh, I just took them off, but that's okay. I could have taken them off because we're going to move over to this. So I wanted to give you what he was charged with. So Austin Drummond faces 4 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of aggravated kidnapping, and 4 counts of a felon in possession of a firearm, and 1 count of possession of a firearm during a dangerous felony. So, yeah, he's not going home anytime soon, but he thinks he might. He thinks he might. Oh, that's kind of. Let's see. I think I like kind of messed up my little tabs up here, but that's fine. We'll figure that out later. So we'll go through this and then we'll listen to his court hearing. And then we'll go listen to the video about the prison guard. But let me pause this so we can read it. I hate it when it does that. Okay. So suspect Austin Drummond, 28, will become a father in October to a baby that will be the cousin of 2 of his victims. Did I read that right? Okay, yeah. I mean, I knew I read that right, but I didn't know if I started right. So we saw the pictures. We speculated if, she was pregnant with his child or whatever, and yeah, those weren't pretend pictures. That wasn't a pretend shoot that, Yeah. Oh no, take it easy, baby girl. And hey, is she? I meant to say hey to you. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Jet Set. Welcome in, everyone. So Drummond allegedly, which we just went over this, killed 38-year-old Courtney Rose, her children, 20-year-old Adriana Williams, and 15-year-old Braden Williams, and Adriana's boyfriend, 21-year-old James Matthew Wilson. Can I stop this from playing? Oh, nope. I just did something weird. Okay. I just went to a different page. Okay. Sorry. After his capture concluded a week-long manhunt, Drummond pled not guilty to 4 counts of murder last Thursday. Actually, the judge put that in for him because he didn't have a lawyer. Drummond appeared in court for the second time on Tuesday when the judge denied his request to remove a restraining order so he could speak with his girlfriend, Caitlin Speed. So he wanted the judge to remove the restraining order that the judge. Okay, so judges put in place normally if there's, like a family death like this, they'll put in restraining orders on that you can't talk to anybody in the family or, stuff like that. So since she's in part of the family, or they probably just maybe put it on just her out of spite because they probably know. I don't know why he'd even ask that. I mean, you probably shouldn't ask for anything right yet. Speed is the sister of Courtney Rose and the aunt of Adriana and Braden Williams. And I wish that snake would have just freaking choked him. That would have been perfect. We wouldn't be here right now, She is currently pregnant with Drummond's son. I didn't know it was a boy. Wonder how she feels about that right now. And set to give birth in October, according to her now deleted social media accounts. Speed was a corrections officer at the Northwest Correctional Facility from October 2023 to October 2024. Drummond was released on bond from the same facility in September 2024 after serving 13 years. And he's part of the Vice Lords too, gang. So I still can't believe they released him in September, but sick pictures from his time in prison show him living lavishly with Roku bottles of vodka and pizza dinners. Yeah, I mean, I know people on the outside that don't have it as good as he had it on the inside. So following his release from prison, Drummond shared several photos on Facebook in February of a trip he took with Speed. In one photo, a selfie, Drummond had his arm around Speed as the couple smiled in front of a river in a wooded area. Another photo shared by Drummond showed the couple posing from the lookout at the Pyramid, a rooftop restaurant at the top of the Bass Pro Shops Pyramid in Memphis. At the time of the murders, Drummond was out on bond for an attempted murder charge he got during his first prison sentence. It's unclear if Speed and Drummond started dating before or after his time behind bars. Okay. A previously online obituary listed Drummond as Rose's brother-in-law. It's unclear if Drummond and Speed were married. According to the couple's online baby registry, Speed is said to give birth to their son on October 20th. May come on my birthday. Hope not. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigations refused to comment on whether or not Speed could have been involved in the deaths of his sister, niece, nephew, and niece's boyfriend. Cops haven't speculated on a motive in the quadruple murders. I wonder when we will get an answer for that. Maybe we'll have to wait till trial or something, but it'd be nice to know. I mean, it'd be nice to know why he, did this and why he took the baby and sat it in a yard so long, so far away from the bodies. And yeah, why do you do it? So the 4 victims were shot to death in a wooded area in Tiptonville, Tennessee on July 29th. About 40 miles from where the bodies were found, the 7-month-old daughter, Adriana Williams, and Matthew Wilson had been abandoned. Had been abandoned in the driveway earlier in the day. The baby girl is safe and is now being taken care of by family. That's him when they caught him. Yeah, he was done. Well, look, the door's open back there. So what'd they do? Just like step out of the car right here and say, hey, let's get a picture by the river. I never noticed that before, like the car door back there. Okay, that's kind of weird. I mean, that's a raging river right there. I would not trust him by that. If I was her, I'd be like, no, I'm cool. I'm cool. I don't want to get out of the car. Yeah, 45 minutes. Oh, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that he ratted him out. Oh. Didn't like him? Oh. Well, I didn't see that too. I could definitely see that. Let's see how much further this goes down. There he is right there. Look at him just hanging out with his... This looks like Julie off Court TV down here. Now, it's probably not. It's probably like Sports Center or something. I don't know. But it looks like her. A sweat-soaked wet. Where? Was caught outside of a pool house in Jackson after construction. Oh, okay. I was like... I thought you meant this picture. I'm like, he don't look like he's picked up a thing. His arrest came after the creepy surveillance video showed him stalking the streets. Yeah, he was behind a church anyway. 2 men and a woman in Jackson were charged with allegedly helping Drummond after the murders. And I already told you about all of that. Next court appearance is set for September 4th. We'll hear about that today too. And the state announced it'll be seeking the death penalty. So, okay. Let's see. I have this one, this little news station, so I should get right into it though. Because I tried to look it up. Like I said, the only other one I could find it on was like another local channel, but it was so low that nobody could hear it. This one, I think, even has closed captioning, so that's even better. The other one didn't have closed captioning either. So we'll listen to what they have to say. This should be the whole hearing, though.
Listen in.
August the 13th, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong date here. August the 14th. When you hear your name called, if you would, please come to the podium here to take up your case. I'm going over with everybody their rights first, and then I'll get to Mr. Drummond. If you're here today and you've been cited into court or arrested for any charge whatsoever, you have a right to plead not guilty throughout your entire cause of action. You are presumed not guilty unless you are found guilty at trial. If you are found guilty, you have the right to appeal that case within 10 days to the circuit court. You also have a right to have an attorney be appointed to represent you and also retain counsel to represent you if you qualify. If you wish to have counsel appointed to represent you, the court is happy to ask you questions about your finances to determine whether or not you qualify. Most importantly, applies for everybody. You are protected by the Fifth Amendment from having to speak or testify about your case, so please don't tell me anything about the facts of your case, but whatever you say will be used against you by the district attorney's office at a later date. With that being said, those are your rights. General, are we ready on Mr. Drummond? Yes. Mr. Huffman, good morning, sir. Good morning. I want to express my appreciation again to you for taking this case. So yes. I do appreciate that very much. Yes. Have you had a chance to speak with Mr. Drummond?
I have, Judge. Okay. We would like to waive the 14-day requirement. We need to set this for the day.
Mr. Huffman, what I want to do, if you would just do this and just put as attorney on this forms to show that he's waiving the 14-day rule for our records. And I just believe I heard you say requesting a preliminary hearing. Is that right?
Yes.
Have the parties come up with a date?
We were looking at that earlier. We're available for questions.
General Goodman?
We set a date.
Well, being that this is a very unique case, I think that this may require a special setting, which goes, on a day that's not Monday or Thursday when I usually have my dockets.
Yes.
I guess my question is how much time are you going to need? How much time are you going to need, General, before we?
Whatever it comes to.
As I say, Judge, he understands, yes, things to far away from he's going to be back on things. But that's great.
That's going to be a circuit court date on the 25th.
Yes. 27th.
I've got a juvenile docket that day, I'm sorry. 28th is also standard day for a docket. And then I know on Friday of that week, I don't have anything on Friday the 29th.
We have a trial scheduled for 28th, but it may go into the 29th.
That's all right. I didn't suggest that.
Well, what about?
That's looking before.
That's one of my usual days. I have a general sessions docket. If everybody's okay, I can set it that afternoon.
Well, that's what I was going to do.
Yes, sir.
Then after lunch.
Is everybody okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Let's do that then. Mr. Drummond, good morning. I am going to continue your case to September the 4th at 9 o'clock. Sir?
I was under the impression that it was 14 days for preliminary hearing.
Well,
Is that not?
I had discussed that with him, and I told him that we would be waiting for the rule, but not the 30-day rule.
okay. Mr. Huffman indicates he spoke with you, sir, about the 14-day rule being waived, but not the 30-day rule. So you are entitled to have a preliminary hearing now within 30 days. Your attorney is waiving your 14-day waiver. So we're going to have a preliminary hearing to give him time to prepare to represent you in that case. So your case is going to be continued to the 4th of September, and we're going to set that. How about at 1 o'clock that day, guys? Is everybody good with that time?
So basically, they sound like they're in the womb, I feel like, but That's what I feel like I'm listening to an ultrasound with them talking. It's like the whatever in the background. But he was just saying that he's going to continue it till September 4th as of right now with this part because he just got a lawyer and everything. But he wants his preliminary hearing. He's trying to get out of there. He thinks he's getting out.
General, was the state comfortable with that time?
That's fine.
Judge, we're not stuck in that, people, somebody related on the same day.
Is the state agreeable to setting?
Yes, that's fine. Whatever you need to do.
I can't do the board. I can do it.
Well, we do separate hearings. They don't have hearings on the same day.
I'm fine to do that, seeing that they're charging accessory after the fact. I don't mind to do that. Court will continue the matter in Mr. Drummond's cases to Thursday, September 4th at 1:00 p.m. here in this courtroom. Court will remind Mr. Drummond to keep in contact with his attorney, as well as the previous conditions that the court had entered regarding this matter.
I do have one question about that. The restraining order states that any family members of alleged victims, his girlfriend is one of the family members, and families indicated that, Mr. Drummond's family has indicated that she would like to have some contact, at least telephone contact. I don't know how the court did it.
Your Honor, we're asking for a restraining order that includes her as well.
And she's already included in the.
Right, and we're asking for that to keep.
Well, without having heard any testimony or any proof or having heard from that family member themselves, I don't feel comfortable amending any restraining order without there being some type of proof or some type of testimony to show that I should do that. So I'm going to continue to have the restraining order remain in place, and that will include all family members.
So he said the restraining order will remain in place and that'll be all family members. I'm wondering if she says, I want to talk to him though, if the judge will allow her. I'm wondering.
Until further hearings at that time.
Yes,
So
sir.
we'll continue for that purpose then. Okay. All right, Mr. Drummond, your case is continued to September 4th, 1 o'clock. Keep in contact with your attorney, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have for court. Excuse me.
Yes, sir, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Okay, we can fast forward it through this part. Well, actually, we can listen to her, I guess. Well, now I already told Joe what she is going to say. We'll see what he has to say over here again. I think this is Brandon's time.
But his attorney also asked something that was pretty unique towards the end, where the attorney asked if Drummond could have contact with his girlfriend. And it
That's crazy. That she's still calling them, that they're still going by girlfriend, boyfriend. Crazy. She probably is that kind of chick. That's weird. That's wrong. No matter how, no. If somebody killed my family, that's just so sad, right? If, let's say it was Vincent, okay, and Vincent was in jail right now, just like Drummond, and he ran and he did all the things like Drummond, I would say we are not together anymore until you figure all this out. That's what I would say. Like, first and foremost, I'm not going to be around you because maybe you did do this. But I would at least say, as of right now, I don't, no contact, no, you know what I mean? Like, go to trial. I'm thinking maybe she didn't like him. The way she's looking at him in those pictures, it looks like she loved him. I mean,
seems like the girlfriend is a family member of the victim's family. They didn't disclose this woman's name. They didn't disclose how she's related to the victim's family, but that is what the attorney requested. Now, the problem with that is that, you know, as in the last hearing, there was a court order set in place that Drummond is to have no contact with anyone within the victim's family, the 4 people who were killed, and also the baby that was abandoned. They're all family. Drummond is to have no contact with that. The judge told the attorney that, hey, we're not going to do that at this time. We haven't heard any testimony, hadn't heard from any witnesses, and he doesn't feel comfortable lifting that order even in that special case. But again, this is the case of Austin Drummond that's happening live in Tiptonville right now. We're also expecting to hear 2 other cases today, Tanaka Brown and Giovante Thomas. Those are 2 of 4 people that are alleged accomplices in this.
We're going to get back in. We're going to go back into the courtroom. Okay. There we go.
10 o'clock on the 12th.
Wait. Go back a little bit.
Mr. Creasy, do you
Okay, he's on the screen. There
Now,
we go.
let's go ahead and listen back in inside of this courtroom.
docket for that day as well? If the attorneys can find a time that works.
Your Honor, I think that my matter, so co-defendant with my client, Mr. Drummond, is a criminal conspiracy case, which is separate apart from the facts of their case. So I really don't need to be the same thing that I got to separate.
I agree with that. That's true. I agree with that. Mr. Creasy, do you have a date in mind? Is that a Friday? Okay. We'll do it Friday. Can the state do that day? Now, on the 12th, I don't think I have anything that morning. Would morning be better or would afternoon be better for y'all? Either one.
Would do 10?
Morning. Fine with that. Let's do the morning. You need, y'all at 10 o'clock on the 12th?
That's right. That's how we still.
Okay. Then we'll bring them over and I'll make them aware of that, but then we'll tentatively schedule the 12th at 10 o'clock for Mrs. Sanders and Mr. Brown. Mr. Creasy, do you have a date?
So the dates that I have clear, I could do the afternoon of September 2nd. I know that's a regular circuit date in our county. I could do the afternoon of September. That's a Friday afternoon.
We are eliminating the notion of lawyers not working on Friday, it sounds like. So that's a good.
Well, my schedule's a little busy.
But, that'd be fine with the second and that.
That's a Tuesday afternoon, is that right, guys?
Yes.
Mr. Creasy, how about 1 o'clock on September the 2nd?
That'll be fine.
The camera is not on at the jail.
Looks like it.
Okay, never mind. He's just not on mine, that's okay. He can see me though on the other. Mr. Powell, good morning, sir.
I don't know why this made me think of this, but I shouldn't be laughing. But do you guys remember? Do you guys remember wasn't it like a judge or something? And like they were like in a Zoom meeting and the guy was a cat and he had like the cat overlay and he couldn't get the cat like he was like a lawyer or something. He couldn't get the cat like filter off his face. Hey, you, hey, do you remember that? Let me see if I oh my gosh. Let me see if I can. Here it is. It is. Lawyer gets stuck on Zoom. Okay, I'm going to show you guys because this is worth it. This is worth it. This is pretty noisy, so at least it'll be kind of funny. But look at this.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to.
If you guys don't think this is funny, I love this.
Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that. I think if you click the up arrow next to this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That is so funny. I'm done. I'm laughing. I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard. That made me laugh so hard. It's been forever since I've seen that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I really am crying. That's just what happens. My eyes just water whenever I laugh that hard. Oh my gosh. No, that Judge, I'm here live. I'm not a cat. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's all I'm hearing when I'm seeing this. Okay, I need to get myself together. Okay. You put it back on.
Set the preliminary hearing for the afternoon of September the 2nd. I'll come down.
Mr. Powell, what I'm gonna do is today, we're setting your cases for preliminary hearing. Mr. Creasy, in regards to the time limits, how does your,
I don't think the time limits applies. Currently incarcerated out in Rockland County. He does have a bond up there, so this is not the case.
okay, I just wanted to make sure of that before we set him out. Mr. Powell, I'm gonna continue your cases to September the 2nd at 1:00 p.m. It'll be here in this courtroom. You'll be brought over for that, sir. We will be taking you up that day and time, okay? While you are incarcerated, though, if you were to make your bond conditions will remain the same. You must keep in contact with your attorney, Mr. Creasy. You can have no contact with Austin Drummond's, and you cannot return to Northwest Correctional Facility in TitaniumBuilt, Tennessee, okay? Yes, sir.
Has my bond been lowered?
I'm sorry?
Has my bond been lowered?
No?
Can my bond get lowered? He said, "Can my bond get lowered?" And he said, "Huh?" He said, "Can my bond get lowered?" He said, "Nope."
Second, Mr. Powell, I'll follow. The other issue, there was a restraining order on Mr. Powell that restrained him from being around certain people that he's not even accused of.
I think that was entered in order. That was entered in error by the court. I think that.
Yes, it was, we did not ask for it.
So if there is any order that's down, I'm going to rescind that because it does not apply to cases involving alleged victims in the Drummond matter. So I will rescind that in regards to any restraining. So that case is set for preliminary hearing. I'll show this is rescinded on today's date regarding this restraining order. Mr. Creasy, we'll get him back here then, okay?
That's all I have.
Yes, sir. Mr. Powell, thank you.
Oh, there goes that guy. Oh, guess it's over. Is the other people going? Oh, wait. Oh, there she is.
Ms. Sanders, good morning, ma'am. Okay, Mrs. Cash is here. Good morning again. Okay, Mrs. Cash, I believe we are now going to set Ms. Sanders for preliminary hearing. Is that correct?
We are, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, is there any other announcements that need to be taken up in her matter?
Yes, Your Honor, and I don't mean to speak for the state, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that they are not pursuing the source hearing for the bond. Also, I believe we are in agreement to reduce the bond to $25,000.
That's correct. If you will do this for me, I appreciate you submitting a motion. It appears though it is going to be a consent order on that. If you could just draft a consent order for our file to be placed in, I'm sorry, for it to be placed in her file for the record. I'm going to show that the bond in this case, based on a consent motion that appears between the state of Tennessee and the defendant, the source hearing order is rescinded and lifted. She will be able to post her bond in this matter. In addition to that, based on an agreement between the state and the defense, the bond is reduced to $25,000. And Ms. Sanders, I do want to tell you, while we are doing that, we are also going to continue your case for a preliminary hearing. And I believe
We'll come back.
On September the 12th. And
If she gets out, I don't think she's going to come back. I'm just throwing that out there. Oh yeah, Fat Fox. And be the God he claims. Pretty high.
10 a.m. That's going to be a Friday morning.
Look at her, she's cold. She's in jail. And it's cold in jail.
Ready to go in your case. Now, I want to remind you that you do have conditions on your bond that apply to you still, ma'am.
Okay, where's she? Okay. Y'all don't need the marshals and the deputies and the sheriffs and all the people in. Why do we need 4 people in there for her? Where's she going to run to? She's in a locked room. Where the heck's she going to go? I mean, I guess she could pick up that chair and throw it at the wall because nobody would be in the room.
Those conditions being that you must keep in contact.
Kind of intimidating.
You can have no contact with Austin Drummond, nor may you have any contact with any of the family members of Adriana Williams, Matthew Wilson, Braden Williams, and Courtney Rose, or the minor child with initials WW. These cases are continued for a preliminary hearing on the 12th of September, and her bond is going to be reduced to $25,000. Ms. Cash, if you will give me
What? She could talk to Fat Fox? That makes no sense.
I'll be happy to do that. Okay?
Thank you.
Yes,
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Well, maybe the other person will be on here. Oh, there we go. Looks like around here somewhere. Okay, just play. Yeah, that little courthouse looks full.
Mr. Brown, good morning. Mr. Taylor, good morning, sir. Mr. Taylor, I believe we have discussed September the 12th for him also at 10 o'clock a.m. for preliminary hearing. Is that correct? That's correct. Anything else that we need to take up this morning regarding Mr. Brown other than setting his case for preliminary?
I just want to make sure Mr. Brown heard that we'll set it for a preliminary hearing on September 12th at 10 o'clock. In addition, I did previously.
Can't hear him.
Reduce bond. I also called a motion to reduce bond. I would like to be heard on that.
He'd like to be heard on a reduced bond.
I'll be happy to address bond on that so the state can have time to respond if they wish to. We'll set the matter for preliminary hearing, and I'll take up not only the preliminary hearing, but I'll take up your motion that day as well at time. Okay.
Oh yeah, he didn't want to hear
Mr.
that.
Brown, your attorney has filed a motion to reduce your bond. In addition to that, he has also requested a preliminary hearing. The court is going to reset your matter to September the 12th at 10 a.m. for a preliminary hearing in this case. Additionally, the court will also take up your motion to reduce bond on that date and time.
He'll be
remind
mad.
you of what your bond conditions are. Your bond conditions.
He don't care what his bond conditions are because he ain't getting bond right today.
Are, sir, that you will have no contact with the family of Adriana Williams, Matthew Wilson, Courtney Rose, and Braden Williams, or the minor child WW. You will have no contact with Mr. Austin Drummond, and you will also keep in contact with your attorney as a condition on your bond, sir. So
he and all the co-conspirators can hang out and talk, but not with Austin. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Okay. So we'll play this through really quick. This is what they were talking about when I was talking earlier about he was charged with accused of trying to kill kill a prison guard, not an ex-prison guard, a prison guard.
New this morning, shocking new information about accused mass killer Austin Drummond's attempt to kill a prison guard. Drummond is already charged with killing 4 members of a Dyer County family, and Fox 13 told you that He was out on bond after he got out of prison for attempted murder charges at the time of the quadruple murder. Prosecutors say he attacked a guard while he was in the Northwest Correctional Facility. He was serving time for robbery. Listen.
He was accused of attempting to assault or attempting to murder a prison guard. And that was the allegations for the attempted murder. Prior to that, it was he had some drug charges that where he was alleged to have possessed drugs in the prison.
Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson saw him coming out of the courtroom and put back into that SUV and spoke to the family of murder victim Matthew Wilson after yesterday's court hearing. You can hear his message and more on this story by going to our website, Fox 13 Minutes.
So yeah, the person that he tried to unalive, hey Miss O, was a prison guard. And he still walked out in September of 2024. Yeah, he had a gun, he had a drug, he had 2 phones. Don't make me start rapping. I will do it. I'll do it. But yeah, he's not a nice guy. But you would never be able to guess if you looked at his pictures, right? Like you can't tell when he's like on the outside with, Caitlin, and they're all smiling in all their pictures and taking baby pictures together and all that. And this, you would never think that he was part of a gang, or maybe not so much part of it anymore. We're maybe hearing, but was a part of a gang or is a part of a gang. You just wouldn't think that. Now, his attorney did come out and talk for like 2 minutes. I don't know what he said. I didn't get a chance to watch this video, but I figured we'll end the live with this video, kind of. It'll be a shorter live today. So let's see what his lawyer has to say. Probably, hey, he just retained me.
Well, how does he feel about having you appointed counsel?
I've talked to him a couple times. In fact, I just left the jail here, and I have spoken with him a couple times. He's comfortable with me. I've been doing this for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, early on in the case, so we've got to really kind of investigate all the information that I've received from the DA. Of course, a lot of information is going to continue to come in. So the case is going to evolve. Not exactly sure where it's going to go, but it's going to be a long case.
Also, Drummond asked about his girlfriend and the restraining order. You entered that in.
Right.
So is that to do with him wanting to speak to Caitlin, or?
Yeah, that's his girlfriend, and the restraining order is a blanket order restricting him from talking to basically anybody who's related to that family, and of course she is. So talking to the judge, he wants to hear a little bit more information about everything, and of course if she wants to speak with him, she's going to need to go talk to the judge and tell him that she wants the restraining order lifted at least as to her.
Yeah, I understand. And then do you know if she's concerned about the pregnancy? Is she wanted to talk to Drummond about that?
Charlie.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure on the details of that, but
okay, great. And then also, do you have any more information just in regards to like how he's doing? I know he did ask twice now for a speedy trial.
Right. With the speedy trial, obviously we want to take the trial as fast as possible, but we certainly want to be ready. So we want to thoroughly investigate the case to be able to be prepared to defend the case. He's holding up pretty well under the circumstances. Of course, they're keeping him separate, for obvious reasons, especially because it's a capital case.
They didn't put a bucket on his head, though.
And tell me again where he's being held.
He's obviously we're in Lake County today, but he's being held in Obion County.
Okay.
Obion.
All right, thank you, sir. And can you just spell your first name?
I think I did say that right in the beginning. I don't know. Actually, I think I did. I think I said it. We do not care how he's doing. Yeah. That guy's voice, though, was very low. I liked his voice. It was like really low. I'm pretty sure Caitlin does have, she has to have knowledge. She has to have, my gosh. If I can sit here and be like Asa Elorp has to know about what Rex Heuermann did, then I've got to say, Caitlin knows what Austin was up to. There's no way that she didn't. I don't know how much she knows and when she found out. Maybe it wasn't until afterwards, or I would not be his ride or die. I mean, especially, I mean, after my, like, after my family was killed, she has to be thinking in her head, like, they think Austin did this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's telling her, like, they're just saying it's me because I just got out of prison for doing 13 years and they're trying to pin this on me and would never do this to you. And I know how it goes, I mean, I know how that kind of relationship goes. So, hey, Deb Deuce, how you doing? Oh, they didn't. Oh, so I didn't know that they have their sit. So they don't have a courthouse. It's in their city hall building. I could see why they have the people in there then. I figured she was in a locked room, like a regular county jail room. Normally, when you're in the county jail, you just go into another, they take you from your pod or whatever you're at, and they take you into another part of the jail, and that's where you go for your hearing, and you're just on a TV. You see them on a TV, they see you on a TV. Yeah. No, but they're going to have that baby in October. When did he get out? Hold on, that's 8. Wait, sheesh. Well, what was that? December? January? No, that'd be like February. I should know that. February, yeah. Maybe a little Valentine's Day. Every time now I'm here seeing the word thug, I'm thinking of that song, Maybe Because I'm a Thug. That song came on my Pandora today. And I was like, oh my gosh, this song is so old. How did it get here? But I didn't hate it. I'll say that. I did not hate it. I was in here rapping it. It was earlier today. But I was like, oh my gosh, it made me laugh. I don't think so. I don't think you did. I don't think you did, is she? Yeah, he got out like September 2024. Oh, wow. I do rap in the car. I do. It helps me drive. I'm telling you, it really does. I literally know too many songs. It's just too many. Will this trial be online? I think it will be. I think Court TV or one of those, if they can and they're able to, if they're able to video inside, but maybe they will. I know I took some notes. Is she in her damn notebook? And don't worry about my thing. It says, please stay on topic and chat. My pops that up at the worst times. I was going to say something. Now I can't remember. Oh, I was going to tell you I have my notebook down here from Idaho 4. I used to print out the whole dang internet. It's so big. I was like, maybe we'll have to go through that. I'm going to have to go through that before I get rid of it. I don't know if I'll get rid of it. But if I do get rid of it, I am going to go through it and see what all we put in there. Yeah, it took the baby's whole family. And then someone was talking about this earlier, and I hope that this isn't the case, but they were like, what if the family, comes together? What if the family members start fighting over who's going to be able to have the baby and stuff like that? And I hope they don't. So I know, I feel like if I get rid of it, then I'll be also sad. Hey, Paul can catch these hands. Hey, I watched your video. Trips, it was really good. I liked your background, your, you know what I mean, your layout. So Austin was in the jail with the dad. That's crazy because his daughter worked there too. You think they will fight? Yeah, I hope whoever has that baby, whoever gets the baby, just gives that baby a really good life, I really do. So I'm going to do a short live tonight. Just because that's all I really have for you guys. And then tomorrow we'll get back on the old Idaho, bandwagon. We'll see what's going on with the documents. Now I am going to go through all the documents tomorrow, and I'm going to see about I'm hearing that there's some people are saying that, oh, well, that wasn't in the documents. Oh, well, that wasn't in the documents. So I'm going to go through all the documents tomorrow, and I'm going to see if it's in there, or if, I guess News Nation was saying something along the lines of that they received documents that nobody else received. 600 documents. That's what Ashley Banfield said last night, but I received them. So, I'm like, I don't know if there's like more. They are dropping a lot. And last night, I was so interested in that case. I felt like I was like invested, and then we didn't even get an outcome. Inactive. I have questions. I want to know. I want to know why they couldn't arrest the guy downstairs. Did they ever go back to his house again and find him? Did they ever find him? I mean, did they ever talk to him? It was the burglary case out of Idaho, or out of Pullman. When Pullman, Washington dropped their documents, they dropped their body cam. And we literally went through this whole like these videos of like last night through these Axon body cams. And we saw them, this girl was sleeping in bed or something, and a guy came in her room. He was between 5'3" and 5'5", and he was holding a knife, and it was like a steak knife. She screamed and then kicked him, and he like fell back into the closet, and then he was still on his feet, she said, and he ran out of the house, or ran up the stairs and left in the basement. But they thought that it could have been Brian Kohberger. I don't know, prior to them, I guess, realizing he was 5'3" to 5'5". I mean, that's not Brian's height. So I don't know. I just was really interested in it yesterday. We watched the body cams, and I was like, so it was so the same house downstairs, they thought it was him, because when he opened his door, he matched that description. But then they ended up saying that it was just inactive, and they didn't say who did it. After we like watched all that video, I was like, I want to know who did it. I felt like I was just so invested in knowing. I may have to write Pullman and ask, can we have more information? And Trips, you're the first person's live or any video I've commented on in over a month. I was like, nobody better come for me here. But I love that I saw the people that were commenting, and it was such a different variety. And I love that. I love that. Like, you're good with everyone. I love that. And that will help your channel. I feel like being cool with everyone. You know what I mean? Like, you're a cool person, Trips. It was a good listen. I listened to it today myself. I'm just reading. Okay. Oh, I know. We need to investigate. I want to know about it. Oh, they have another batch? Okay. Yeah, I didn't see the other one. I would have had to look all that up. Would have had to probably dig to the ends of the earth. I feel like it anyway. So now that Pullman has, okay, so I thought about writing Moscow again, but they'll probably hate me. But I just want to be like, hey, how much is the FOIA now? Because Pullman gave us their files, right? So are you still charging a bunch? But thanks, Ashley. I appreciate that. I'm glad I made you smile. Yeah. I thought I saw that a minute ago, because I was looking to see like on the live tab, like if there's anyone that was live that was talking about this case in particular, but I didn't see anybody. Now I know Decipher Podcast, they're talking about Rachel Morin, and they have, Allison Healy, and I think she was the attorney on the case, I want to say. Looks like they're over there, I think. I thought Chasing was live, but maybe not. I like listening to her. She just has a nice voice. She is live. That's weird that it didn't show up. Yeah, they're just over there talking. Her title says, "Are you not entertained?" I don't even know. Thanks, you, hey. I stayed out of them. I was like, I'm out of here. I was like, and then once I stopped, I don't know, like I stopped going into like certain channels. My brain has been a lot better. My brain's just been feeling good. Chasing's on live right now. I'll probably go over there after this live and listen to what they're talking about. I like her voice. Like, it's soothing. Like, I can sit there and I can go to sleep, or I can stay up and watch her. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like one of those. She doesn't put me to sleep, but her voice is soothing. So it's like I can go to sleep to her voice. Usually I can't go to sleep to people's, like a podcast I have to listen to. I usually listen to like scary stories. Don't know why I want to scare myself right before bed, but I do, I guess. And my brother actually, my brother said that he watches true crime podcast. And I'm like, huh. So then I told him I do true crime. And he's like, yeah. Yeah. No, well, no, Doodlebug, I haven't. There's a damn gnat in here. I thought I killed you earlier, you sucker. He went up there. But no, but he owes me 20 grand. Willie does. So Willie owes. And I want it in $2 bills. So if you go over there, you tell him, make sure you tell him. I like Willie. I do like Willie as a person. We don't have the same, obviously, we don't have the same viewpoints on the Idaho 4 case, right? Not at all. But he was always nice when he would come in here in the beginning of the case. And I remember he bet me $10,000 that Brian would be innocent. And I said, okay, but when you lose, I want my money in $2 bills. And then he came back with, okay, we'll make it 20 grand. So I thought maybe if you're going over there, I was like, tell him he owes me money. So Willie is a creator that knew Brian Koberger from like high school, but didn't really know him. And, now he's here. No, not the guy that everyone called fat. There's two Willies. So Willie, there's Willie 127 or whatever, that one that threw the knives and like said that he was Brian. He knew Brian, but wouldn't give us any information on how he did, and then he lived in his mama's house, you could tell, because his mama came in during that live he was on. That's a different Willie. There's two Willies. So then there's the Willie that has the channel, and I think he has like a few thousand subscribers. I'm not really sure. I haven't been over there, but in a while. And I think that is who that Willie is. Yeah, there's two Willies. I'm trying to think of Willie. I think Willie's name is something different. It's not. His channel name is something. Yeah. So there's two Willies. So there's one that's like legit Willie, I guess. I mean, like, as far as I know, for the last 2 years, he's 2.5 years or something almost. Not 2.5. I say 2 years. Yeah, I've known about 2 years. Actually. But I think that's what it is. I think that's, yeah. I wonder if so that other William 127, let's see where he's at. Let's see if he ever came back. No, but he still has 1.34K subscribers, and people were just going to stay subscribed to him. He's got 37 comments on his last video, but I think they stopped commenting 3 days ago. Bro, where are you? Everything is so one-sided now. Yes, Brian is a murderer. Someone put 3 weeks ago. Oh my gosh. Anna Frable 2872. Get some help. Yeah, he called everyone fat. No. So Truth Nation, no, those are two different people. So those are two different people. I know that's weird. I know that's so weird because they're both named Willie. So they're both named Willie or William, right? So Truth Nation Uncensored is Willie that owes me the 20,000. If you think of that gentleman's handshake that we did online 2 years ago. Willie or William 127 is the guy that throws knives and he wanted just to, show his trophies and stuff. But so I've been staying out of all the lives really. And when I do go back in, I get almost like gut punched because I'm like, damn, they mad. And then I just piece back out. I'm like I like tiptoe back out, Hey, Wisconsin Hunter Whitetail. But thank you guys for being here. Yeah. Oh, Willie throwing knives. Yeah. Yeah. The guy was throwing knives and he was trying to say that he knew Brian Koberger. And I'm like, this is all messed up. This is all kinds of weird, So weird. It was so weird. But I may be back on tomorrow during the day. I'm not sure yet. I don't know with Vincent if we have anything planned. So I'll let you guys know. I'll have a thumbnail made in the morning and then I'll let you know. But thanks for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I'll be back on tomorrow, like I said. And if I don't see you, have a good weekend and have a good night. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a